Hello Gemini, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And an 8 of Swords. Gosh, this is, I think we're kind of stuck in our heads about something, yeah. And, well, Gemini, this is kind of right up your alley, I think. This card is ruled by Jupiter in Gemini. So it seems like there is just an expansion of the realm of thought that we're just thinking about more and more and more. And our thoughts are leading us to more thoughts, and our thoughts are leading us to more thoughts and more. And it's going on and on and on. And pretty soon we get tangled up in all of these ideas, all of these plans, all of this analysis. And what we really need to do is kind of find a resolution, find a way forward from here. Okay? We're going to put this into some context. We've got a 4 of Cups. We've got the Adjustment card. We've got a Knight of Cups, an Ace of Wands, and Princess of Cups. A lot of water energy right here. So maybe it's an emotional thing that we're kind of we're thinking too much about. And maybe the 4 of Cups is saying something else. Maybe the 4 of Cups is kind of this idea that we're not extremely happy in life right now, but neither are we extremely distressed, right? Things are okay. This is our boat in the harbor, and it's fine. There's no holes in it. We're not sinking, but we're not sailing anywhere. We're not doing any. There's no party on the boat, you know. But we're safe from storms. Well, that's a good thing. So this is a card that says we're okay, but maybe we want to be better. Maybe we want to have joy, excitement, love. Maybe we're not feeling so motivated right now. Yeah. Let's continue on. Wheel of Fortune. There we go. That's now this. See, this is now we're steering the ship, right? Now the ship is starting to get underway. We've got the Hanged Man, more watery energy. We've got the Emperor and 5 of Swords. But in this case, I kind of feel like the 5 of Swords is the good card, right? I feel like that's kind of the saving grace, the thank you Lord card. Because this, for one thing, is an odd number. It's a 5. So it's talking about movement, at least, right? When we're in the 8 of Swords, this is an 8. This is like a figure 8, you know, like a lemniscate, the infinity sign, looping back in on itself, on and on and on. That's what this is. This is a state of complexity. This is a maze in our mind that we can't get out of. But this feels like a breeze, right? This feels like literally a wind blowing through and clearing out all this stuff. It feels like this is movement in the right direction, even though it's a 5, even though this is still maybe some confusion and maybe some uncertainty or some doubt, but at least this is movement. Okay? And we have the fire energies here too. I don't want to forget about the fire energies. Emperor, Aries energy, very fiery. Of course, the Ace of Wands is what the Emperor is wielding, but it's the difficulty here. Okay? And we're going to talk about that. First, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Pamela Coleman Smith Tarot. We're going to set it down over here. We're going to put Kevin, aka Mr. Bates, right there on top. It is Kevin from The Office, Mr. Bates from Downton Abbey. Just thought I would let you know. 2 of my absolute favorite shows of all time, those 2. Anyway, we're not going to look at that till the end. It will tie everything together. If you have a prediction about it, Put it in the comments, all right? Now, let's look around. Major arcana, we've got a good amount of major arcana. They tell a story, right? They tell a story. First of all, the adjustment card. It's kind of like we need to have a balanced kind of thought here. We need to just kind of be discerning. We need to be reasonable. We need to almost put a stop to some of this thinking, right? We need to just kind of balance the things out. And we need to, and maybe this is prioritizing. Maybe this is being very discerning. Maybe this is the ability to reasonably and rationally say, okay, this is what I need to do. This is my situation, and I know I have to do A, B, and C, right? The Wheel of Fortune, I think, is the knowledge that you have that if you were to just take the action of the Ace here and the Emperor, if you were to start sailing this boat, we could have the kind of dream life that we want. We could live our fantasies, our imagination. We can manifest our dreams, right, with the Princess of Cups. That's the way we want to go. This is where we want to sail our boat. And we know that we can have just a tremendous, wonderful life, but in order to do that, we have to overcome this downward inertia. This kind of looks like an anchor to me, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like the Hanged Man kind of look like an anchor? I feel like we're being weighed down by something, and it's almost as if our motivation is being stifled. Yeah, and with the Ace of Wands up here at the top, I wonder if we're kind of waiting to feel that. We're waiting for this motivation. We're waiting for the Ace of Wands to appear, where we just get excited and we start sailing off into our destiny, right? I don't know that motivation works that way. Right? I feel like we're kind of waiting around for a long time, and maybe we've been sitting here twiddling our thumbs thinking, okay, when am I going to get fired up? You know, when is something going to come along to motivate me, to inspire me? When am I going to feel that fire underneath? Right now, we're waiting for it. It's above us. It's something that we're kind of like, we're saying, okay, you know, I'm ready for the motivation. I'm ready for the fire now, you know, ready for my Ace of Wands. The Emperor, I think, is the key to all of this. Okay, the Emperor is in a difficult position. And I feel like the Emperor is kind of the card that says we've got to motivate ourselves. Kind of says we have to get up and do what we know we need to do. This is you knowing what you need to do. This is the card that says we've got to just get up and do it. We can't wait around to feel like doing it. We can't wait around to be motivated to do it. This is our heart and our mind really making excuses not to do it, but feeling kind of sad that we're not doing it, right? So our heart and our mind kind of don't want to do it, but your will does. And you know, your higher mind knows. Your major arcana adjustment or justice card, that Libra energy, that air energy, knows what you need to do. And this is your will, this is your desire, but sometimes we make excuses. Sometimes we just have a hard time getting going. We know we need to do it, okay? And I think if we're waiting for the motivation, it's not going to come, okay? I think sometimes we have to just get up and do what we need to do, even when our bodies don't want to do it. We don't see any earth energy here. Right? We've got fire, we've got the water, a lot of water. We've got our air energies. We don't have any earth energies. We've got a major arcana, but our body doesn't want to do it. Our body's nowhere to be found, right? Our heart and our mind are kind of avoiding it. But sometimes with the Emperor card, and that's why this is in the position of the difficulty, we have to just sometimes get up and do it. You know, and I think this reading is as much for me as it is for you. There's so many things I want to do in life, I don't feel motivated to do them, right? For a lot of reasons. I'm too tired, I don't have the time, I don't have the opportunity, I just, my brain is tired, I don't have the motivation to get up and do it. Sometimes we just have to force ourselves to do the thing. And once we start, and that goes back to the Wheel of Fortune. Once we start doing the thing, and we start seeing the benefits. Wheel of Fortune, expansion, the abundance, right? Once we start seeing the progress of something, once we start feeling that, hey, things are changing. Things are getting better. I'm improving. I'm getting better. It starts to motivate us. That's where the motivation comes from. But we have to start the process. The more discipline we have, the more work we do, the more results we'll see. Those results will feed back into us, and we will feel that fire, and we will have our Ace of Wands, and we've learned the secret to willpower. We don't just wait around for something for that day where I will wake up and I'll feel like doing it. You know, that day where I just won't be making excuses and I'll feel like doing it. See, the Four of Cups is saying, I want to do it. It would be fun. I would love it, but I don't feel like doing it today. And then, of course, the mind says, I've got the solution for that. We won't do it. We'll do something else. I have all these other things that we can do instead. But you want to do it. This is something that is good for you. This is the Knight of Cups in the kind of background. This is the giving and receiving of love. This is really you. This is the ideal kind of thing. And maybe you felt this before, this motivation. Maybe you know what it feels like, and we're just waiting to feel it again so that we can go pursue whatever these goals and dreams and hopes and wishes are, right? And because this is really you with the motivation that you're taking your desire right out of your chest and you're just rushing forward with this card. You're just, you can't stop yourself. It feels so good. You're so motivated. Remember what this felt like, right? But remember how it came about. It's not just something that we wait, and suddenly one day we feel it. No, we have to generate this. And that's why the Emperor is in the position of the difficulty. Because at first it requires our effort, our discipline. This is, going to the gym when you really don't want to, when your heart, your mind, and your body are nowhere to be found and they're protesting and they don't want to do it, but you go and do it anyway. You start seeing the growth. You start seeing the health improvements. I'm breathing easier. I'm not getting winded going up and down the stairs. My physique is changing, or I'm meeting new people at this gym and it feels good. I'm having fun while I'm there. Then we start getting excited. Then we wake up the next day and I can't wait to go back. That doesn't have to be the gym. It's whatever this Princess of Cups is for you. This could be, getting to your drum set to practice your drums, or to write music, or to write your poetry or your short stories, or, to whatever it is. Whatever that desire is, whatever your dreams, goals, hopes, wishes, and aspirations are. We're trying to manifest them. It does take discipline, and that discipline will produce results. Those results will motivate you to keep going. Okay, so I feel like this is really important for you, and I haven't seen anything like this in a long time, right? I haven't seen this kind of I haven't seen this message in a long time, right? There's not a particular narrative here. This is kind of a snapshot of your energy as it is right now, and it just says, look, we need to make a narrative. Right now, this energy is just kind of swirling in this air, in this Eight of Swords. We've got to start the narrative. We need to write the story, right? So I think it's really good that we have that Five of Swords here, because this is still the mind protesting. This is still the doubt and the lamentation and the saying, no, I don't want to go. But with that Emperor energy underneath it, it's kind of, you're giving the mind something to protest about, right? Because we're doing it. We're forcing ourselves to get up and do whatever this is. And, the mind is going to still make excuses and try to get out of it. But I think the appearance of this card shows that you're pushing yourself to do it. Right? It's that the discipline and motivation, I think, are two sides of the same coin. Yeah. And I think one leads to the other. And usually I think it's the discipline that comes first. And we see the Hanged Man, of course, that's the anchor, right, in the environment. And it's just we kind of are looking at things and thinking, gosh, that could be me, right? I could be out there doing that. I could be sailing these open waters, and I could be, manifesting my dreams. I could be like that person, or I could be doing that. And we need to kind of ask ourselves, what's holding us back? What is the anchor for us? Is it just our mind that has gotten into this pattern of, falsely like waiting for the motivation, waiting for the inspiration, right? Waiting to suddenly have the power that just kind of drops in from above and pushes us towards it? What is it that we've lost from here? Because we've had this before. So what is it that has slowed us down? What is the anchor that kind of, and maybe there was an injury, an illness. We think of somebody who, let's say you were a cyclist, right, or a runner or something. You get injured and you stop running for a while, right? And then it's time goes by and we're still not running. We're still not cycling. And we're seeing other people run and other people on their bikes and stuff. And the longer we wait, the more difficult it's going to be to get started again. Because that's the Eight of Swords. We start, I'm not 100% yet. I'm not quite ready to get back to it. And so many different things. So many things that we tell ourselves. It's a lot of this kind of negative self-talk. And I think for that, we should do one of these Language of Flowers affirmation cards. Because we'll tell ourselves a lot of things. I think that's the one. This is the one that wants to come out. The Zinnia, absence. What is not here is the key. What is absent? What is not there? Well, what's not there is the motivation. What's not there is the action, the activity, the doing. We have that Four of Cups. It's missing the Ace to make it a 5, to make it movement, to create some sort of change. That's why I like the Five of Swords here. Because at least it's showing something happening, something's moving, something is taking place, right? And even if this is just the mind protesting against what you're forcing it to go do, well, that means that you're doing something, right? That there's at least some sort of breeze, some sort of air that's clearing away this Eight of Swords that we see. Yeah. But we have to find out what the anchor is. And again, it kind of feels like we were doing it at one time, we stopped for some reason, and we're having a hard time getting started again. And it's because, we lost our motivation. Well, why did something happen that made you lose it? Was it an injury or an illness, right? Or some other priority took your attention away, but something happened and we lost that motivation. We lost the momentum. And the longer we stay put, the harder it is to get that again. All right. I want to look at the mystery card. Maybe the Lover's card, which is your power card. To me, that would show the motivation's returned, right? Because that shows me, the Lover's card to me is inspiration, right? Where we're forcing ourselves to do it, and then we really kind of get the bug again. Then we really feel inspired, and then it's just kind of, then we pick up speed and we've got the momentum back, and we don't have to force ourselves anymore. Now it's just something that we all want to do. Our mind, our heart, our body are like, yeah, let's go. I can't wait, So maybe the Lover's card, but something else I feel related to the motivation, something that's going to be motivating to us, could be some water energy. 9 of Wands. This is that discipline. This is that strength to just keep doing it, even if you feel like it's a punishment. Even if it's like the Emperor is forcing you to do it, but your mind, your heart, your body is saying, I don't want to do this anymore. It's torture, right? This is the next step for you, I think, is getting up and doing it even though you don't want to. Because deep down you do want to, right? But it's just that surface level heart and mind that are protesting. Okay? A mind and a heart that are at rest want to stay at rest. It takes an outside force to get that going again. All right? So this is willpower. This is just getting up and doing something even when we don't feel like it. Okay? This is real strength. This is real willpower. And this is kind of saying, I'm going to do it tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. I'm getting up and I'm going for a walk for 5 minutes outside. And then you hold yourself accountable and you do it. Start slow, perhaps. I'm going to go and I'm going to get on my, tomorrow, 5 o'clock, I'm going to get on my bicycle and I'm going to at least like adjust the seat or something, And that's all you have to do. But make sure you do it. And then the next day, maybe I'm going to ride around the block, We can start slow. But the more we do that, the more we make a statement and we follow through with it, the easier it will become. And pretty soon it's going to pick up its own speed. This wheel is going to be turning on ball bearings. It's never going to slow down. It's going to just be perpetual motion, I think this is very good. I think it's a very necessary reading. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There is one down below. New readings for Gemini, Monday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything, and it really does support the channel. All right? I appreciate that. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.